everyone. Welcome to On the Mat with Marita again. Today we're going to start with a little hip opening exercise before we do our reading and little pranayama breathwork series. But before we get started, if you could make sure that you have either a strap and a block or a towel and a blanket. You can use the towel instead of a strap and the blanket to sit on when we do our pranayama. So let's begin seated, and taking your right leg in your arm, we're gonna just hold the ankle and the knee and kind of rock like a baby your leg, pressing gently your knee and your foot together. Just swaying gently and noticing how your hip feels, letting it loosen gradually. And you can pull it a little bit closer if that feels easy. And if it feels hard, just keep the leg a little bit further away from your torso. All right, let's take the other side now. So again, gently pressing the knee and the foot a little bit together. And this is a practice you can do before you start any yoga class if you're just waiting for the instructor to start. And again, pull it up a little bit higher if that feels okay. Awesome. All right, so now if you have your block or your blanket, you can roll or fold it up and then come to sit in Sukhasana, easy pose. And so sitting here nice and tall, you can close your eyes and just start to breathe in and out through your nose. Think about sipping air in through a straw as you inhale. And on your exhale, think about constricting your throat slightly. But again, in through the nose and out through the nose. This is known as the Ujjayi breath or the victorious breath. And it helps us send our prana or life force energy all throughout the body. So just continuing to breathe. Just like that, I'll begin a short reading. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and bring your attention to the rising breath in your chest. Feel it filling up and around your heart's cavity. And let your breath raise your frequency into a place of joy. Feel your breath as joy effortlessly moving around your ribs and in and out of your nose. Now bring your attention into your fingertips. And see if you can find a soft electric sort of hum or energy that lives within your fingers. This hum is source. This is your essence. This is what you can bring your attention to if you are needing to find ground. Now let all of the noises and distractions around you and in your mind fall away and out of focus. Let everything soften in the space surrounding you. Let it blur into the background. And tap into your breath again and find what remains. What is still here with you when all the noise is quieted. This is your center. This is home, where all fruitful life blooms and lives, where nothing can be influenced, touched, tarnished, or hurt. This is your wholeness, your authentic place of origin, the comfortable spot from which you can choose to always live from. This is the place where all your answers live, where you can find all you seek. And now we'll begin a few series of pranayama, breath work, or a little series of pranayama. So if you have never done Surya Badana before, you may want to gently flutter your eyes open and have a look at how I do this. You're going to bring your first and second finger in towards your palm, and then cover your left nostril with your fourth finger and inhale through the right nostril. And then cover your right nostril with your thumb and exhale through your left. Again, cover the left nostril with your fourth finger and inhale through the right. Cover the right and exhale through your left. And just continue here, inhaling through the right and exhaling through the left for a few more moments. And after your next exhale, gently bring your hand back down to your knee and take a few breaths again, just in through the nose and out through the nose. Coming back to that Ujjayi or victorious breath. And see if you can come back to this Ujjayi breath throughout the rest of the practice. And gently fluttering those eyes open again, you can now slide off your block and come to lie down on the floor or your mat. Keeping your knees bent, let's just sway the knees a little side to side or windshield wiper the legs. Twisting out the back a little bit. Continuing with that Ujjayi breath. And coming back to center, let's now take one hand in each knee and just rock a little side to side here, massaging the low back. And coming to center, we'll extend the left leg and interlace the fingers around the right shin, halfway between the knee and the ankle. And with a nice firm grip, using your biceps, relax your shoulders and gently pull that knee just off to the side of your rib cage. Start to engage or flex the left foot and continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And you can start to rotate that top right ankle a few times, maybe even seeing if you can spread the toes a little bit. And circle the other way. Nice, and then gently start to lift that left leg to switch sides. And when you interlace your fingers this time, see if you can put your other hand on top. And again, we'll pull the shin, the knee off a little bit to the side of the rib cage. Start to engage that right foot, flexing it. And squeezing with your biceps, relax your shoulders. And then begin to rotate that left ankle. Seeing if you can spread the toes at the same time. And then switch directions with your rotation. Nice, and coming to stillness. Again, hold that right knee in, so you've got one hand on each knee, and just rock it side to side. Once again, massaging your low back. Awesome, and we'll float those feet down to the ground. And then keeping your knees bent, start to walk your heels in a little closer to your bum. And then pressing into your heels, lift your hips and take your hips off to the right 1 to 2 inches. Lift your feet and your knees and start to twist them over to the left. Now you can hold your knees here. You can also take your block and put it between your knees and reach your right arm off to the side, coming into a twist. So gazing the same direction as that extended arm. Feel free to adjust that block. Take it under both knees, or like I said, in between the knees. You can also, if you want more, cross that top leg over. And breathe. And one important thing to remember whenever you're doing yoga is to measure your success in the posture by the smoothness and steadiness of your breath, rather than how far you're getting into the pose. If you can breathe smoothly and steady, then you're doing great. And slowly start to shift your head back up to center and move your knees back up, centering yourself out on your mat. Then again, we'll walk those heels in close to the bum, lift the hips and take them over to the left, and then raise the feet and the knees and take them to the right. So you might start with a block in between or underneath your knees. Gaze to the left and take that left arm out to the side. Relaxing your toes, your legs, your torso, your shoulders and arms. Feel free to change your posture, whether you make it a little bit easier at harder at any point. Smile a little. Keep this practice fun and light. And gently start to shift your head up to center again. Uncross the legs and center yourself out. Beautiful. One more time, holding the knees into the chest and rocking a little side to side. Beautiful. We'll take the legs or the feet back down to the ground and flutter the eyes open if they're not already. Reaching for your strap or your towel. We're gonna reach the right leg up towards the ceiling, the right foot up towards the ceiling, and place the strap around the arch of your foot. And just holding the strap in each hand to start. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And if you feel like this isn't enough, you can extend your bottom left leg. And you'll notice I tend to close my eyes a lot during yoga, and it can be really helpful to help bring your attention inwards, reduce distractions. And now, taking your head and your shoulders off the ground, pulling yourself up a little towards your shin. Whether your bottom leg is straight or bent. And gently lower your head and shoulders back down. Now we'll take the strap into the left hand and release the right arm out to the side and gently pull that left leg off to the left. And you might turn your gaze to the right just to help you balance. In this exercise, you can lift that bottom right hip off the floor. And you'll notice here that the more you pull that top right foot up towards your head, the harder it will be. And if you release it more down towards your foot, that will be easier. So adjust the posture here so it feels good for you, so that you can keep that steady, smooth breath. And gently lift the head and the leg back up. Taking the strap into the right hand now, extending the arm, the left arm out to the left. We'll gaze in that same direction. And this time, try to keep both sits bones or both hips on the ground. The same principle applies, so if you pull that foot up closer towards your head, it'll be harder, and if you release the leg down towards your foot, it will be easier. And gently lift your head up and bring your leg back up. And we'll bend that bottom knee and release this side and switch. So take the strap around the arch of your foot. Start off nice and easy. If you're feeling stiff, maybe keep that right leg bent for a few moments. And if you decide to open your eyes, you can gaze softly at the toes. Use this as your drishti point or focal point. And if you want to make this harder now, slowly extend that right leg. Relax your shoulders down. You can play with flexing the top foot a little bit or pointing it. Again, smiling. Remember, this practice is light and fun. And then lifting your head and your shoulders off the ground, holding yourself up. Continuing to breathe. And slowly lower down. Bend that bottom right foot, keep that right foot extended. We'll take the strap into the right hand and pull it across our body, extending the left arm out. And again, remember, you can lift that hip off the floor. The left hip can come off the floor while you do this. Relax all the muscles of your face, your cheeks, your forehead, all around the eyes. And then gently bring your gaze and your leg back up. Take the strap into your left hand and extend your arm out to the right, gaze to the right. And keeping your hips now both on the ground as much as you can. Draw that left leg out to the side and maybe a little bit upwards. One more deep breath here. And then gently lift your head and your foot, and you can bend that bottom leg and release your strap, taking it off to the side. All right, from here we'll move over onto our belly now. So carefully roll yourself over. And we'll come into Sphinx pose. So here, resting up on your forearms, closing your eyes. You can start to pull your elbows in towards your belly and press your shoulders a little bit higher. And if this feels difficult on the low back, you can take the arms out further in front of you and see if that changes things. And from here, we'll drop the chin down towards the chest. Getting a nice stretch in through the neck and the shoulders. And you can roll your right ear towards the right shoulder. Pause here. And breathe. And then roll your chin back down to your chest. Pausing here and really, again, maybe pulling those elbows in a little closer to your belly. Start to roll your left ear to your left shoulder now. And pause. Taking a deep breath. And slowly roll the chin back down to the chest. Good, we'll go one more time each way. So we'll take the right ear to the right shoulder. Deep breath in and out through the nose. And slowly roll it back down to the chest. And then over to the left side. Left ear to left shoulder. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And then last time, roll the chin down to the chest. And we'll come to take our left wrist under our chin. We'll bend our right knee and reach back for the ankle. Now if you can't reach your ankle, you can feel free to try to grab a pant leg or use your towel and wrap it around your ankle. This is single-legged bow pose. And you can press your thigh into the mat a little bit more to make this harder. Remember, nice, smooth breaths. And gently release. Taking the right wrist under your chin now, reach back for that left ankle. Relax the muscles of your face once again. And maybe after a few seconds, start to press that thigh into the mat. All right, and we'll gently release that leg now. Bring our hands by our shoulders, tuck the toes, and slowly press back up into a seated, cross-legged position. If again you're more comfortable in Sukhasana on your block or on a blanket, feel free to prop your hips up by sitting like this. And we're going to finish here in Sukhasana easy pose. Just focusing on our breath, maybe taking a count of 4 on the inhale and a count of 4 on the exhale. And I would encourage you to stay here for a couple minutes, just breathing in through the nose for a count of 4 and out through the nose for a count of 4. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you can take this sense of peace and relaxation with you throughout the rest of your day.